Hey, good morning, church family. Today looks a little bit different. I'm Kyle Gatlin, senior pastor, and I'm here with Bobby Lassiter. You're also a pastor, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Last I checked, you preached you preached a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
You're doing a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't see what you're doing, but you're doing an awesome job with our small groups, with discipleship and stuff. And so we want to do something together here for this special day. This is Serve Day. We're not on campus, as you are well aware, because if you're watching this, you know we're not there. We are not in the sanctuary at Covenant, but we are still the church. We're just spread out in the community, like this place. What is this place again?
Wiregrass Hope. It's one of our sites, and right now I think there's 30 different sites all along our community that our people are serving. And what I love about this most is that we talk about being a church outside the walls. And today gives us that exact opportunity to be the hands and feet in the community and serve the people the way that Christ served us. And it's just, I loved it last year, and the response that we got to it last year, and the fact that we get to do it again.
Yeah. And Paul reminds us in Romans 12:1, offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Now, today we're rolling up our sleeves. We're cooking meals, we're pulling weeds, we're singing, we're praying with people, offering communion to a bunch of different people. We literally are offering ourselves to God. And I'm wondering if on every other Sunday, every other 51 Sundays a year that you sit in our sanctuary, do you think that? Do you think that you're literally offering yourself every time you come and sit in the pews at our church? You probably don't, but we do that all the time. We're supposed to do that all the time. We're just really putting Jesus with skin on today. That's what we're doing. You may sit in your pews 51 Sundays a year, and there's songs being sung, there's the Bible being read, there's the word being preached. A lot of you are probably passive, right? Because you don't sing. You put your hands in your pocket and you enjoy our choir or you enjoy our band, and you like that, which is nothing wrong with that, but you're sort of being passive. But today we want you to move beyond that. We literally want you to offer yourself as a sacrifice. And Paul says this is true and proper worship. I hope you're feeling that, because what we're doing today, that's worship.
100%. And that we want you to understand too, that you are invited into this space with us. We know that for whatever reason, you're joining with us online. And that doesn't mean that you're not a part of what we're doing within the community, because there's opportunities for you to do that too. I mean, just a simple phone call that you can make today to check on someone, maybe make a meal for someone that you know that is running through hard times or is just trying to catch their breath. Or maybe it's writing a note to them and just encouraging them along the way of the journey of life. And so we hope you understand that this is not just a physical thing here in Dothan, Alabama, because some of you are on vacation. Some of you join us from all over the country, that you can be the hands and feet wherever you are right now. And Jesus put that mighty example in front of us when he washed the disciples' feet in a home, in the setting that he was within. So how can you do that where you are right here and right now?
I still remember the first church that Deandra and I, after we got married, we served 6 months in Kentucky, moved to Florida. And I remember that first church. We were the young guys, young couple, and they had never had the young couple for many, many, many years, probably ever, if I'm remembering right. And then our son was born there in 1994. And I'll never forget this one family. They're the Capps family. And after 31 years, we are still friends with them. We are still in contact with them, because that's how old my son is. Because what happened is that family literally adopted us. They had a teenage girl. I was sort of in charge of the youth program as well, and an elementary son. But then when our son was born, they embraced us, and they provided something for us that we could not afford at the time. It's called babysitting.
Ah, yes.
They-
That's a huge thing.
so they even took a whole weekend. They kept our son for a whole weekend
Yes.
so we could go to Jacksonville, not to go to a football game, which somebody next to me went to.
Don't knock on it.
We didn't go to that. We went to a weekend to remember called by Family Life. It was a couples thing, and they did that sort of stuff regularly. And they reminded me that God often shows His love most clearly through His people.
Yes.
And that family exemplified that. Then we moved. After 5 years, we moved. Our daughter was born at our next stop. Same thing happened. The McDowell family, still friends with them. They embraced our kids and they embraced us. And God used them. God clearly showed how He loved us, and they were the hands and feet of God to us. God clearly shows His love through His people. That's what we're doing today.
100%. And I will piggyback on that, is that most of you know that my mom passed away over the summer, and the outpouring that we had was amazing. But there's one special moment that I can remember that made, I don't know if the ladies understood what a difference they made in our lives. You know that we love people through food in the South, right? And that's the go-to of when someone passes away. It's how we show our love and how we serve people. But these ladies, without even knowing it, the meal that they provided for us, one, was the best Southern cooking you'll ever have. But two, is that it was like a nod of my mom that they had no clue. They made this special dessert that she always made my dad for his birthday, banana pudding. And I dare say it rivals my mom's banana pudding. And then they made fried cornbread the way that my mom makes it. And it serves me in a way that I didn't know that I needed, in all honesty. And they were truly living out loud the love of God that Galatians 5:6 talks about. And it just tells us to be that body, to be that love within this world. And I am so thankful that they did that for us. It's simple, guys. You don't have to do the big, huge, grand gestures. The smallest ways of loving people can make a mighty difference. Today, we're raking yards. Today, we're power washing. Today, we're writing encouraging notes. Today, some of our kids are painting kindness rocks that they will hide throughout the city. So we have people giving blood that are literally saving lives. It's small things, big things, no matter what, God can move through you. And that's all we're asking you to do today.
Yeah. Hey, call up a neighbor, cook them a meal,
Yes.
send them a message. Just drop by. I know that's sort of a weird thing to do around this time, is to actually drop by a neighbor, but just do that. Small things like that is how God is using this church in our community. And it's not just on Sunday morning.
Yep.
We need to keep it going. We need to think of Serve Day as a launching point for, here's what Paul said. Paul says, I planted the seed, Apollos watered, but God makes it grow.
Yes.
So where are you in this process? Where are you? Are you the Apollos where you planted the seed? Are you a Paul where you watered? Wherever you are in the process, you have a place to play, a part to play. You do have a place, and we encourage you to do something today. Whatever it is, wherever you are, do something today, and not just confine it to these few hours on a Sunday morning, but this week and the weeks after.
We thank you for being a part of our portion of the body of Christ. We thank you for all that you have already done to shine the light of Christ within this world. We thank you that you will continue to do that. I can't wait to hear and see all the different ways that you have shared the love of Christ before now, today, and the coming weeks, because I think we both agree that this faith that we're called to, it's not a Sunday faith, right? It is an everyday faith. It's an everyday walking through the body of Christ, hands and feet of Christ in this world. So we're excited to see how you're going to do that, right?
I'm just excited because we know we're a church that pursues God today and every day. We need to unleash compassion.
Yep.
Thank you very much.